and Roberts, their data, their statistics. We haven't seen that. We don't know whether they picked up knocks on Friday. We do perhaps need to have the context of what Tony Mowbray says after the match.
Yeah, well, first of all, every supporter is entitled to his or her opinion. Brad, if I've got the person right, I hear sometimes on Total Sport, I think he always comes across to me as a very knowledgeable and intelligent supporter. I like listening to him. On this particular occasion, his opinion is different than mine. What we don't know, what I don't know, you, Benno and Brad don't know, is how fit are those players who Tony's left on the bench. Whether, as you say, their stats are that the sports science staff at the club are the people who are aware of that and will advise the head coach accordingly. In the case of Ekwa, stayed on his feet and not try to dive in and possibly win the ball and give that penalty away. You know, and as Tony said afterwards, as Tony Mowbray said afterwards, hopefully, you know, he'll learn from that. Every footballer makes mistakes, even the most experienced players make mistakes. I actually thought Ekwa, since he came on in that game, until that moment, I actually thought he'd done quite well. I'm quite happy to see him in the team, and you know, time will tell whether it's the right move or not. But in terms of what's acceptable and what's unacceptable,
well, I'm actually at work in my taxi today. It's just a normal Monday.
You know, will be.
But I thought I'd still share the game with you lot.
To his knowledge, in the light of what the sports science staff has told him. So Tony might well come out and talk to you, Nick, after the game and give reasons for why Patrick Roberts and Michu particularly have been left out of the side. But it goes both ways, because say if you picked an unchanged team, if Ryan was fit, if you picked an unchanged team for the day, and if the team didn't do very well and they lost the game or only drew the game, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people afterwards saying, well, he should have freshened things up 2 games in a couple of days with a long.
What about Brad being a regular? I mean, he's passionate. So, I mean, I think, yeah, it is. It's great. And I think the question about Anderson, to be honest, Anderson was never going to start this game. Sirkin would always be ahead of Anderson in the pecking order. And 09, the fact that 09, I don't think anybody after the game on Friday thought that 09 was injured. I know he went down late in the game, but he does that, and he has done it before in games. So I think
Luganine is one of those players who will play if he's nowhere near fully fit. So for Luganine to not be involved in the squad, it must be something. He might have done something in a training session where they're going to train on Saturday. Who knows what's happened to Luganine? It might be that, you know, he's played so many games, he's carrying enough. They might have just decided to leave him out. Again, we'll guess and we'll find out from Tony Mowbray after the game.
Indeed. Historically speaking, I mean, as soon as we arrived here, the first steward we bumped into recognised Benno. He's left his mark.
And Baldy's surprised, I don't know. Huh?
No, in fact, I wasn't surprised, to be honest. It's like, you know,
40 years ago.
Wherever it's actually, we were driving around Cardiff, getting to the ground today, and well, Benno's reminiscing about where he's, all his old stomping grounds, the castle.
Yeah. The castle, it's never moved. It's never moved. It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
Here's the team sheet. Sorry, I'm wary they might blow away in this wind. We'll go through the Cardiff team shortly. It's I think it's first glance at it, it's unchanged with Connor Wickham up front for Cardiff. But yes, going back to Benno, I mean, for the fact he was only here a couple of years, he's left an indelible mark in South Wales, which takes some doing 40 years on to still be remembered. But of course, Rob,
Gary obviously did very, very well at Cardiff under Len Ashurst, of course, before Len brought up.
That's the point I was about to make. Yeah.
I mean, I've been with Gary before. Obviously, you have many times back in Cardiff, and I know it's one of those places where he can go back to, and as you could do if you're a former player who's done very well.
Well, just currently rabbiting on at the minute. Oh, there.
Staring at Wicks get Duloc started 2-1.
Could do.
it, click it, then collect it. Because we'll deliver to your nearest branch. Choose from over 20,000 cars in stock. Every one guaranteed to be the best used car deal in the UK. Pick, click, and collect. Find your next car and see our guarantee at arnoldclark.com. Traffic and travel on Talk Sport with Swinton Insurance. We'll help you find the right cover for your van, bike, pet, and business. Swinton Insurance.
On the M6 in Staffordshire, the two inside lanes are free, are closed southbound just before junction 30 near Stafford because of an obstruction leaving 3 miles of queues on the approach. In South London, the A232 Duffers Hill Road is closed eastbound due to an accident near to the Croydon flyover. And in Conwy, the A470 is shut in Clanroost and Bedford Coed at the scene of a collision. And due to engineering works across the bank holiday weekend, there are no trains into and out of London Euston Station. I'm Johnny Ratner.
That is the sound of your group chat talking about The Last of Us on Sky again. But you haven't seen it because you don't want the hassle of a dish or a long contract. Well, say hello to Sky Stream, the new simple way to get Sky with no dish that you can cancel anytime.
Hello, how you doing? You alright?
Hello?
Are you okay?
Yes, you rang back.
Yes, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah, if I want an upgrade on that tent, I mean, I've got like nearly £500 put away in my savings. I could put that towards it.
Yeah, but I haven't got any.
But I tried. It looks like that tent's already gone. Because I clicked on a buy it now, just to see what it would take us to the next page. And it just says items not available or something.
All right.
So I'm wondering if it's gone. I've messaged the seller, like.
Have you? I mean, to be honest, it's on my tent or yours, and it's not on their website.
Yeah.
So maybe they just haven't took down the eBay ad.
There'll be plenty more of them types available, like. But I've certainly got the. I wouldn't mind getting that tent before we're going away, like that. It's. I mean, I wouldn't mind putting what I've saved up towards it. I mean, you keep saying, you know, make sure you got something for the kids. Well, I thought at least I could put the money I've already been putting away to something that benefits all of it. It really does look good. But yeah, I'm prepared to like to chip all that in, like just chuck all the money I've got saved. I mean, because there's no worries, you see, taking that money out because there's nothing else going to be coming out. It's just purely just for anything that we want. You know, so it'll be good to get that, won't it? I mean, don't forget, if we sold the other tent, we'd probably get I don't know how much we'll get some back off that as well, wouldn't we?
Well, yeah, couple hundred quid maybe.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I've had a look else on eBay and that. And there's not actually many on eBay on that 9.0 DSE.
I know. I know. They're cold.
I'll ring you back, Pat. I'll ring you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hello, John.
How are you doing?
Do you still do your CDs?
I'm currently about to do some more, aye.
Right. You just told me you've done some. Just so with some music in the car, son.
Oh, aye, no bother, no bother. What type of stuff would you want? Not any Valduna going out.
And there's a noise, son. And there's better than CFM.
Aye, CFM's with them no more now, isn't it?
Aye, it's greatest hits or something it's called. No, it's just like dance music. Just when you've got the younger ones in to cut them up.
Yeah, no problem at all. Have you got like a USB stick in your device or just a CD?
That's a US car, it's a CD.
Oh, right. So I mean, if you've got a USB on there, all you need to do is give us a USB and I'll just put hours worth of stuff on.
Right, I'll show you the USB for you and I'll get you to get a couple of CDs from my car.
Right, okay.
Right. I'll get the USB looked at the night for you.
Yeah.
I don't know what's on it. So, but this week sometime I'll check it and see what's on it.
No problem.
If no, I can order you. I'll order a new one.
Yeah, sure.
We know it's clear. And then
I'll put put loads of stuff on. Tell you, mate. La 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 la.
Second today, Ipswich are at Cheltenham.
Yeah, difficult team in good form, been playing well. I've seen a bit of them. Of course, we have Elkin there on loan as well, so we saw some of his games. I didn't, but a lot of the staff watched the game against Sheffield Wednesday and spoke about how well they'd done. Obviously, they were in good form. Their strikers just got player of the month. Keane has come into the team, who Rennie knows well from the Irish setup, is doing very well as well. They've had a good backline and organisation all season, and I once had an FA Youth Cup game there, and it's a tight, small pitch with a hill, so it's not going to be easy. You know, we spoke about that already. People think that going to Bolton or going to Derby, of course, everyone knows that they're tough games, but the challenge with League One is that, you know, these are the games that people look at and think, oh.
It cleared up this morning, but it's, I think, forecast again to rain this afternoon, and there's definitely a change in the sky above us. It looks as though rain might well be on the way again this afternoon. Anyway, busy afternoon of sport this Easter Monday. We're coming towards the end of the season. There's a lot of things to tie up. One or two promotions or relegations to be the BBC Radio Newcastle studio.
Colin, 2022.
Thank you, Colin. Huh?
You are very, very welcome. Yes, I don't remember it. I had to look it up, but Bennett did remember it. We'll be back with Nick Barnes and Gary Bennett shortly to continue the build-up in, just over 5 minutes' time, probably. There is one early game in the Championship. Huddersfield against Blackburn. Huddersfield looking for their 4th win in a row under Neil Warnock to get them even further away from the relegation zone. They were doing fine after 22 minutes. They were 2-0 up through Matty Pearson and Jack Ridoni. Blackburn got one back just after half-time through Joe Rankin Costello, and in the last minute or so have equalised. In the last minute, as in the last 60 seconds, but it's also the 90th minute of the game as well. Ryan Hedges has equalised for Blackburn. So it's Huddersfield 2, Blackburn 2. That's the only early kickoff, actually, across the whole of the EFL today, which means we go straight into non-league then. Some very, very interesting games for us to keep eyes on this afternoon. In the National League, Gateshead are away at Altrincham. They're looking for a 6th win in a row in all competitions. You suspect another 3 points this afternoon might just secure their safety. Not mathematically, but it would put them very close to that threshold that they need to get to. There is also a mammoth game, but I think one of the biggest non-league games that the entire football pyramid has seen for a long time. Wrexham against Notts County is today at 3 o'clock. It's the two teams top of that table by a long, long way. They both have 100 points each. Woking are in 3rd on 75, which tells you the gap between the top two and everybody else. Wrexham have a game in hand, though, so if they win this afternoon and they are at home, it really puts them in the driving seat. But a massive game at the top of the National League today. Down the bottom of National League North, it's massive for its own reasons. I've been saying that for a little while, but Blythe Spartans absolutely do need to win that one away from home this afternoon. South Shields, for a different reason, would love to win away at Whitby Town, because 3 points for them,
South
and they win
Shields,
the league.
man.
That pitch has passed an inspection in the past half hour as well. It's quite wet, but it is going ahead, the game. South Shields, if they win, I mean, even if they avoid defeat, they're likely to win the league this afternoon. But 3 points, and they will definitely be Northern Premier League Premier Division winners. However, our featured game is down towards the bottom of that same division. Morpeth Town hosting Mask United, and our non-league reporter Paul Dixon is at Craig Park this afternoon. Paul, this could be quite a nervy afternoon, I suspect.
Well, I think you're right, Colin, yes. And I've got a chairman of Morpeth Town, Ken Beattie, with me. He doesn't seem that nervous at the minute, but he knows that this derby game today against Marsk, they'll need 3 points to take the pressure off. That's right, Ken, isn't it?
That's right. It's a big game today, biggest of the season for us. We had a great result last week, so we're going to build upon that one.
You won on Saturday against Hyde United. Great 3 points for you there, but you've got to build on that today, haven't you?
Certainly have. Today's a massive game for us, and if we can win today, it puts us with a great chance of staying up. We understand that Moscow it's tough.
Just looking at the league there, Ken, you're 7th from bottom, and we're looking there to see that Belbar and Liversedge look as though they're down now. You're top of that 7 with 5 teams below you, but you've got to start winning. Just looking at your home fixtures there, you've had 19 games this year. You've won 9, lost 9, and drew 1. The problem seems to be winning the home games.
That's right. It's been a big problem for us this season. I think it's been affected by the key players, obviously, but we haven't had the same consistency we had previous seasons in this division, and that's what's cost us. That's where we are today. That's why we're there.
And I mean, you're a club who really wants to be at the top end, not at the bottom end. But you're right. You've had the injuries, but you know, on your pitch here, which you know you train on and play on, it should be better performances at home.
Absolutely, it's it's a pitch that you can play football on and it suits us, but we just haven't done it, and we need to improve.
And I mean, you've got a younger squad now. They need to take the club forward, don't they? Really?
The 3 games involving
yeah, for Carlisle Airport.
Yes. Derbies as well. Concert at home to Stockton, Shildon at home.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. Away at Shildon, and Hebburn and Dunstan. It's the training school, yeah. Other.
The training school.
Game at the top of that table.
Was that for the HGVs and that?
Have our local football roundup as always.
Whereabouts at the airport do you want? It's such a massive, there's loads of like...
Yeah, let me give you the exact postcode.
Yeah, postcodes have been all good because it'll just take us to the same spot.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
The postcode, the last time I took the right spot, it's for the... I think it works, mate.
Before we move on to other things, the refereeing body, the PGMOL, will investigate itself. Liverpool's Andy Robertson appears to be elbowed in the chin by the assistant referee Constantine Hatzidakis.
Oh, it's actually in the airport itself, is it? Near the terminal?
It's actually behind the airport.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know where the museum is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, absolutely.
The match official holds composure. He didn't.
You learning to fly or something?
Yeah.
Career is in jeopardy. Obviously, he's an employed official.
It's a good place to learn because your Carlisle Airport now took off, so that means that the airspace is really easy here.
Yeah, I know. It's such a shame that